yeah. Don't we all just need a little more Jesus? That is music by Erica Campbell. A little more Jesus featuring Fantasia and Lisa Noel Smith, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that song is fire. We all need a little more Jesus. Deb and Norris rejoicing in the afternoons, man. We are so excited. We are elated. We are happy, joyful, because Erica Campbell is in the building. You already know she's a, I think, 5-time Grammy Award-winning recording artist. She has multiple Stellar Awards. She is an author. I think she has Dove Awards as well. She just wins everything. And, she's a wife.
But I received that.
Yes. She's a wife. She's a mother, man. She's blessed and highly favored. She's a great encourager. She's a great influencer. God is shining her light all over the country and all over the world. And she's in the studio right now with Deb and Norris, getting ready to talk about her album release concert. Erica Campbell, welcome to the show.
And don't forget, she is our morning show host here on Rejoice 102.3. Get up, mornings. Hello.
She is family. She's big time family. Erica, we love you. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
How you feeling, Erica?
I'm doing good. I'm a little tired, but I'm excited, really excited about this new music and really just going to all the places and seeing all the people. You know, I don't think people really promote this way, but I'm kind of old school. This is what I'm used to. I was like, I need to go to places and shake hands and see people. So I'm excited.
Babies and all that.
Yeah, all that.
And that's what makes it feel so different, Erica, with this whole tour that you're doing, because we don't have the promotion like this anymore, where you are actually out there in front of the people and talking to them and hugging them.
Well, I mean, I get it. The budgets aren't the same.
True.
We aren't selling physical units. And while everybody is streaming and that's, you know, the new thing, it takes millions of streams to make a decent amount of money. And if you have put all your money into it and you get 1 million streams and you get that $12,000 check, you go, that's it?
It's something.
That's it?
Yeah, something is wrong. Something is very wrong. Like the man said in the OJK, something is very wrong. You know, so we got to...
It still requires us to go and see people. It still requires concerts and things like that. So I just believe that the model shifts. I don't think that God is sitting in heaven going, what am I going to do now? So I'm like, okay, Lord, let me get on your page as things progress and change. Let me not be addicted to the old. Let me learn and understand the new so I can still, you know, do ministry and reach people and sing to as many people as I'd like to.
So you have matured and grown since Shackles. Was your first album Shackles?
Yeah. Well, the first album, we put
Shackles
out some singles on some soundtracks, but the first Mary Mary song that really did something was Shackles.
Tell me about Shackles really quick. What were you guys saying? Don't put me in bondage? What is that about?
It was written originally for the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. And so, yes, the children of Israel take the shackles off. I just want to praise you. It was really all about freedom. Very victory-based song, liberated. You know, you start out not thinking you can be free, but as you lift your hands and give God glory, honor, and praise, you'll feel his freedom and you'll feel the bondage break and give him praise for it all.
But some people were believing that it was a song for the church, like "Don't put me in bondage, let me dance," because you know some people could have thought.
I never heard that. That's the first time I ever heard that.
Like shackles, don't put me, let me free, let me be.
Now when I was talking about the devil, I wasn't talking about.
It wasn't the church. It wasn't for the church. No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I would love being a church girl. I didn't grow up with that kind of church experience. I know a lot of people were like, I know the church was mad. My church had Mary prayer meetings. Well, it was just Erica and Tina. They supported us. They prayed for us. They knew that we would go out into unorthodox places. Because that's kind of how I grew up. My dad was in prison. So the first time I sang in a prison, I was like 12 years old. And we would always, you know, minister in these unorthodox places. So it always been a part of my life.
Yeah. And that's really walking in the footsteps of Jesus anyway. He was unorthodox, you know, for his time. And he went places where people thought, why would you dare step foot in those places?
And why not? Where is light most effective in darkness? We can all have church together and speak Christianese. That's good. But if we are not drawing anybody to Jesus, what's the point? If you already know Jesus, but you choose not to serve him, I'm going to let Jesus work on you. But the guy that never met him, the person that never knew, I want to talk to them and just introduce them to Jesus.
So that's why you take Jesus outside the church and you do some of the things you do.
Well, he said highways and hedges. He didn't say go to the church on Sundays at 11.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get into the new music that you have out and the concert that is coming up.
Absolutely.
So stick around. We will be right back. It is Praying and Believing, the remix by Erica Campbell.
Go ahead, Erica.
Rejoice.
The scriptures
Praying and Believing, the remix by the one and only Miss Erica Campbell, and she is live in the living color in the Rejoice 102.3 studios.
Yeah.
We are excited because we talk about her all the time on the station. Even did a Zoom interview with you a while back, but to actually see you in live in living color, it's awesome. And thank you so much for coming by. So you have new music out now.
I do. The I Love You album.
Oh my
I
goodness.
love you.
Now, before we get into the album, I just have to say, when I was looking at the cover, I said, oh my gosh, this takes me back to like 9th or 10th grade with all of the doodling on it, except on my binder, I had Deb plus whoever I was trying to go with at the time.
Of course.
And his last name on it. And I was like, oh my God, this is so nostalgic. What made you want to make your album cover look like that?
Well, of course, it was my husband's idea. And he said, we got a million pretty pictures of you. We don't need another
Pretty picture. They know what you look like already. He wanted to do something creative and different. And just kind of indicative of how this record came to be. Just, kind of writing and putting things together. This has been a really amazing process, being in this place of just being confident and comfortable in my own skin and not, well, they like it, is this right? And, not in that place at all. You just kind of write. And so there's all these things that we were just writing. I literally have the notebook, and we were on a plane and writing, and gave it to the graphics guy, and that's what they turned it into. So, I just wanted to be different.
Yeah, and I miss that because we don't talk about album covers anymore.
No.
We see just a picture, as you said, but the cover was
tells a
so
story.
indicative of what the music was all about.
Yeah.
So can you get into this music, this new music? Because I got a couple of favorites on this
I do too. I
particular album. Yes, I really love the one you did with your mom. Oh my God, I love that song. So talk to us about, your thinking and what was going on when you were in the process of making this particular project.
So life was happening when this record was being created, from positive smack dab in the middle of the pandemic to Feel All Right, a declaration of what God said, despite what I was feeling and experiencing, to so many songs just directing and pointing to the love of God. I tell people that this record kind of titled itself because everything pointed in that direction. And unfortunately, when it comes to love, even people of faith are so cynical. It's based on a divorce or a bad breakup, or, love isn't this because I've experienced this. And I just think no matter what I've experienced, God's love has not changed. He has not changed.
That's right.
My experience may be a certain thing, but if I tap into the love, the power, the force that is His love, then I rise above. Even if I go through things, and I will, we all will, you heal a little bit different. When you say, God, I believe your word. I'll believe it until I see it. I'll praise you until I'll see it. I'll be thankful like I see it already. And so all that is kind of in this album, from thankfulness to gratitude, to even a song like Edges, or, Trust and Obey.
Yeah, I like that one.
All that is just pointing right back to God's love for me, and I'm just grateful for it.
Because God is love. No matter, like you say, no matter what we are going through, we got to come back to love. We got to come to forgiveness. And so the album, we've been listening to it. I listened to it, and I love Trust and Obey.
Thank you.
I love the one with your boy D Smoke on it, the rapper.
Thank you.
I love Edges, and your voice is so rich. The production is crazy, and your voice is just is highlighting your voice the entire album.
Thank you.
And then the song with that sounds like a choir song. Which one is that? It sounds like a choir.
Edges. Is that with
Edges,
sister?
or the remix?
With my sister?
It start off like a choir almost. Oh, it's the remix. What's the remix? I like the remix too. Positive. I like that.
I love the Lord.
In the beginning, the first one, the second one.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is crazy.
Lord, that's all my nieces and nephews.
Oh, that's good.
They was home. I said, I need y'all all in the studio.
Is it like a choir? They just like...
No, it's just the kids. That I have 25 nieces and nephews, so
that is a choir.
There's
plus
that. Tina kids, Moss kids, Elena's kids, Lisa's kids, Jasmine's kids, Deshanae's kids, Giselle's kids. So everybody came over.
Kids.
It's a choir.
How do you know, Erica? How do you know when you are making hits? Do you and Warren know I got a hit? Are he writing a hit, or you writing a hit?
I don't make hits. I make heart.
And there's
I
the
write
difference.
songs.
Explain that.
God writes songs. I take dictation. What are you saying? What do you want me to say? if I'm trying to chase a hit, that's already been done. So if that's the reference point, then how can I create something new if I'm trying to look at that? Oh, this is what everybody wants. That's what they wanted then. It's the same reason I never chase shackles or anything else. All my singles are different. You go from A Little More Jesus to Help to I Love God to Praying and Believing to
Well Done.
Well Done. Yeah, everything is very different because it's like, what do you want me to say today? And so it really takes listening to the Father and being confident in yourself. It's really tough to make music that you're not confident in. I hope they like it. That spirit, I think, makes its way into the music.
So you go in knowing it's great. And you're not
I
asking.
go in being my best. I mean, I don't believe that God gave me a subpar gift. So even if the song goes number one or not, that doesn't mean that it just means it was somebody else to be number one.
Right.
Maybe number 20 was where it's supposed to land. That doesn't mean the song won't be effective and touch people's lives. I met somebody recently that told me how they felt about the second Mary Mary record, which was incredible. And you can't tell them that's not the best record. Everybody feels different. Now the label said that was the unsuccessful record, which still went gold and still won a Grammy and still won several awards. If I base it on timing and what I think, I'm always gonna miss the purpose of the song. There's songs that I'm finding that I didn't listen to when it came out. And so I may write it now, but it may be for somebody down the line. And I have to be okay with that. I can't get my ego in the way. It was successful because I won this or they said that. They may not say anything, but that was never the purpose in the first place. So that's not what I do it for or base it on.
All right, when we come back, I want to get to talk about how you have gotten to this point of your life where you, it seems as though you have transcended what other people are thinking or saying about what you do. I want to talk about how you got to that point, and I also want to talk about how it is to work with your husband, because you've referenced him a couple of times today, talking about, it was his idea for the album cover.
I like him.
And so we'll get to that when we come back. We are talking to Miss Erica Campbell, here in the Rejoice 102.3 studios. It's positive right now. Rejoice.
Do it for me. I need you to do it, Lord. I know you already did it, but do it again. Chi-Town, Chi City, Chicago. We are here, Debbie Norris with Erica Campbell. The great Erica Campbell is in the building. Our program director, our new program director is in the building as well. Miss Bridget Hurt. And hey, Bridget. She said, hey, y'all. All right, I'm going to toss it to the diva, Chicago radio, Deb.
Yeah, so as we left out on our last break, we were talking to Erica about how she has reached the level of maturity that she has over the years, where she can get to the point of, I'm not really concerned about making a hit. My heart is to make heart music, and I'm being obedient, regardless of what other people say. So how did you get to that point?
Just confidence in God, really. And then having gone down the road of doing things that you feel will make people respond, and it never feels as authentic as it should. But I think that when you sing and write from a place of experience, what you've been through, that you can sing and talk about with conviction, is supported by heaven in a different way, than when it's contrived or you've been listening to everything else to see I'll do something comparable to this. It's never that. And then me and my husband are just very, very creative in what we listen to and how God kind of downloads music to us. We just listen.
You just be obedient.
Just be obedient and open.
And so you mentioned your husband. So what is it like to work with your husband in such a close way? He's producing music, writing music, making suggestions to you. You're following his lead. Maybe sometimes you say, I don't like that. So how do you make that work?
I love him. I like him. We're partners. Lots of respect. He's the lead. So if he says do something, it's not like, let me diminish you by telling you to do something. It's like, you're going to sound good on this record. So I don't have a problem with that at all. A lot of respect. I mean, the same way I'll ask him, he'll ask me, and we'll discuss it. And, if I say, I'm really liking the song or I don't feel this one, he'll go, okay, let's, go to the next thing. Years of just trusting each other and working together. And our music process is really interesting. So I don't think we ever say, today is music writing day. It's just
It just flows that way.
Because I just had this idea, yeah.
It's not only music with the two of you; it's ministry as well.
Yes,
you have a church.
Yeah.
You're co-pastoring.
No,
he's the pastor.
But you got the
Norris
juice, though. You got the juice.
No, she's a pastor too. And I asked this question. I said, so just because your husband is the head pastor, does that automatically make his wife a pastor as well?
I don't think so. I didn't see co-pastor nowhere in the Bible. I just.
I said the two of them become one flesh.
Yeah.
You hear, y'all together. You deal
we one
with
flesh, but he don't have no babies. I'm totally fine with it. I mean, probably if I wasn't doing nothing in my life, and I'd be like, oh, no one calls my name, but
Erica, you be teaching and preaching and changing the people's lives with your words.
Well, praise God.
Bridget said Erica has the oil, therefore she is anointed to do these things, but it does not mean she is the co-pastor.
But she can be. I bet she preach sometime, though. Do you ever preach on Sunday? Come on, Erica.
But that don't mean she's the co-pastor.
He drawing you in.
Listen, God called him, and I'm supporting him 1,000%. I didn't initially, but I'm here now. First, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Yeah. He called you to what?
Okay.
So yeah.
Let me ask you something about the song, the album. Show Been Good.
Yes.
Is that the most sang song in church? It's like a congregational song.
Oh, it's brand new, so I don't know what churches are singing. It just came. I hope they sing it. Y'all can sing all of them. You can sing Thank You. You can sing Do You Believe in Love? I Love the Lord. Pick one.
Yeah, I like Thank You too. Thank You. Is it Thank You? Thank You?
It's Thank You. Yes.
Yeah, it is good. The rap part on is really good. Your album is good. Like I said, your voice is super rich and it's just anointed.
One of our listeners who came up here yesterday to pick up her tickets, she said, "Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see Erica live because this project is different from all of the others in that it is truly, this is for her, it is truly ministering to me." And I was touched by her words and the sentiment that she gave. So how is the album different for you?
It's different just because it's been 8 years since the last one came out. Okay. And if I'm the same person, that'd be kind of problematic, right?
Yeah.
So, you go through things, you experience things. We went through a global pandemic. You grow in faith. I've written a book. We started a church. My kids have grown up, just a lot of things. The radio show every single morning. I've seen the hand of God move in my life and my family and different things. So just fallen deeper in love with God and wanted to share that with the world.
I got 2 Facebook questions from Tiffany McCaskill. What advice will you give upcoming artists that are trying to make it mainstream? And the second question is, what is your favorite food?
First, make sure the focus is based on God's call on your life, not trying to fill some hole. Make sure that you are using the gift that He's given you, what He's called you to. A lot of people are using music to build their self-esteem. It can't do that. It's too tough, too difficult. It'll break your heart. But if the reason that you do what you do is bigger than you, when you don't feel like it, you'll do it anyway. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've been in my dressing room crying, and then I wipe my tears and went out and sang, or I sang and I go to my room and I go, just want to go home.
Wow.
Yeah. So if the reason that you do it is bigger than you, you'll keep going even when it's difficult.
Right. And favorite food?
Mexican food for sure.
Tortas?
No, tacos, burritos, enchiladas, guacamole.
Yeah, guacamole.
Okay, so she's the first artist who's come here and didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to Harold's. I'm going to get pizza. I'm not
probably
going to
I've done it a bajillion times.
That's old, huh?
Thank you.
Fried chicken is everywhere. You can get fried chicken anywhere in the world. Right.
Not in my kitchen, but okay. So we are going to take us another quick break. Then when we come back, we will have more questions for Lady Erica. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hope you have picked up your tickets for the concert on tomorrow at the APC Morgan Park, located on 114th and Vincennes in Chicago. And that concert starts at 7 p.m. When we come back, we're going to talk about what can we expect from this concert tomorrow. We are Rejoice 102.3. We are Rejoice 102.3, and we are in the studio with Erica Campbell talking about her brand new album, I Love You. Yes, and she is going to be in concert tomorrow with the album release party over
listening.
at
It's a listening
the
event.
listening
Concerts and conversations.
Okay,
I'm not
concerts and
singing
conversations.
not singing the entire record, but sharing the entire record. Just so, you know, sometimes in concerts you sing like the 4 biggest songs,
Right.
but I really want people to get a grasp of how the songs are so interconnected, the transitions and the songs that are in between the songs that help tell the story of this I Love You movement that doesn't, usually happen because it's such a singles market right now. So that's why they need to be in the building so we can do this together.
That's right. Get there in Chicago. You started off with positive, and after the pandemic, and you put a twist on it because people were coming up positive with COVID, right? And you was like, okay, let me change that narrative. And
I don't think God changes his mind about thinking up, and I don't think that because culture in the world is going through what it's going through, that God goes, I don't know what to do now. He said what he said. He is what he is. Will do what he said he would do, and we have to learn to say that, speak that, sing that, even in the face of adversity.
In the face of adversity, say that, sing that, speak that.
Yeah.
Walk
My
by
father's
faith.
favorite scripture that he would tell us all the time growing up was, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. That's where the lyric and your strength ain't never small. It's what brought you this
Your
far.
strength ain't never small.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite song off of this album?
Oh, that's a hard question. Favorite song. Everyone is my favorite for different reasons. I love Edges because it has all my sisters. I love The Lord just because it represents such an amazing moment with me at Carnegie Hall. I love you. I love my husband.
Yeah.
I
that
love
song.
that song right there.
Yeah, I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank
That
you.
is beautiful.
Trust and obey. Feel all right. Just
Feel all right.
I love the whole record.
Yeah.
I don't have a
That's
I
yours?
don't have a favorite.
Bridget, you
It's
got
like
Feel It Right?
they're all your babies.
Yes, they're all a different side of my heart.
And then the hip hop one, the urban one, is the one with D Smoke, the rapper, right?
That's
There's
Norris'
that, but then
favorite.
there's also Do You Believe in Love with the hook
Do you
from.
believe in love?
You better sing.
How we going to bring? That is good. That is good. Y'all did a good remix right there.
Woo!
Go, Erica.
Well, I know we are getting ready to wind up, but I gotta ask: are there any more reality shows in you, and are there any more books?
If reality came, I would have to be an executive producer, which I was before, but when it's funded, but depending on who it's funded by, will determine some of the choices that are made. And our people don't always, they're not always in the driver's seat when it comes to reality shows. And so the picture that they paint is not always a true reflection of healthy families or families that love one another or families that put God first. And, it's television. So the commercial will always be what's bad, what's bad, what's bad. And if you watch it, you might see the end of when it turns around. It's just, it can be so problematic. So you have to be careful. I do, I did enjoy it and my kids were fine with it. So who knows? We might. But
So you're open to it.
I am.
You are
I am.
open.
Yeah.
That's interesting, and that's good to hear. Because I believe if you did come back, it would be a more positive spin
For sure.
on what it is that we are ingesting with our
absolutely.
TV. And what about books?
Yes, there's definitely another book. I want to do a book with my daughters, with me and Krista, and with my youngest daughter, just because I believe that there's a bridge that we need to bridge the gap. We need to bridge the gap between our young girls and our mamas. I think too many people say and declare over their lives that, I don't have a relationship with my daughter and, they don't understand and she's this and she's that. I tell my daughters, we're not having that. I like you and you like me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yes, I have a different perspective and you have a different perspective, but let's talk about it. We're
That's
not
right.
enemies. I want the best for you. I love you. I want you to win. I tell my girls, I want you to be happily married. I'm not going to tell you all boys are the devil. I'm going to tell you to watch out and pay attention. So it's just, to me, about really nurturing our children and allowing them to grow and flourish and be all that they are called to be. I tell them, you were a gift to me, but you were God's first.
Amen.
You're not my personal, gift, my personal treasure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God allowed me the pleasure of birthing you into the world
You
to
really
live out your
gift
purpose.
to the world, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A
Yeah,
quick
I have
industry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say I have a 31-year-old, and when things may get a little looking funny, I'm like, we don't do that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not what we do. So
Yeah.
let's get back to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that stems from having a good relationship with your own mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you know how to do it.
Did your daughter ever find her keys?
Baby girl. No, she did not find her keys. We dropped her off at school. They disappeared. I said, Zaya, keys don't disappear, baby. You lost them or they fell out of your bag. I don't know what you're going to do when you get home. You're going to be knocking on that door. You better find that key.
Yeah. A quick
Sitting on
question
the
for
doorstep
industry.
waiting.
Independent. Should they go
Yes.
independent or get a record deal?
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I've had the benefit of both. With the record company, you have a lot of minds and a lot of money, but you also will sacrifice funding sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, when you're independent, it's all out your pocket, and there is not just an endless source of funds. So it depends on what you want.
Amen.
All right, we got to go, y'all. Erica is about to leave us. The next interview is coming up.
Yes.
And thank you for being here. Tomorrow is the release,
It
the
is.
conversations. Be out at Morgan Park, 11401 Vincennes, APC, Morgan Park, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 o'clock, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, lovely Erica, thank you
Thank
so much for
y'all.
stopping by the Rejoice 1023 studios. And we will see you tomorrow, dear.
Bye.
We are going out on Feel All Right.
Yes.
Right here on Rejoice 102.
Good.